see everything.
What's up, Dace-tagular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show, back on Tuesdays. I am your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace, and joining me as always, Gibby.
It's not a Minecraft Tuesday. What's going on?
I think it's more impressive that I didn't kill you over the course of the week. And behind the production desk, Frank Ward.
Why, hello there. It's me.
Yay!
Because if you recall, last week it was very hot at the end of the episode.
Very hot.
And we completely forgot what we were talking about by, Wednesday. So, boom. Do we have a show for you tonight? Absolutely.
No. Good day.
We have somewhat of a show. I know most of the news that I've got today are dealing with sequels and spin-offs and all that kind of bullshit.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I watched, there was a trailer that released.
The Eternals?
That I watched.
You actually watched something?
And I have absolutely no idea what I watched. It made no fucking sense to me whatsoever.
Was it the WandaVision trailer?
Well, in your defense, it didn't make sense to me either. There was one line that I got when I realized it wasn't Game of Thrones.
I was just like, what the fuck is this? And then it showed Marvel, and I'm like, wait, what?
The Eternals trailer dropped.
I have not seen it.
It is confusing as all fucking hell.
Which is technically the first movie post-Endgame in Phase 4.
Like, I thought it was some kind of, gods in Egypt type thing, and then I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, I think that's the whole point of the Eternals. These guys are superheroes that arrived early, and a lot of our gods are based off of that.
I don't fucking know. I mean, no, I gave up. I watched it, and I'm like, that told me absolutely nothing.
It didn't tell you what the fuck
it told me absolutely nothing.
Well, I think it's not really a trailer. I think it's a teaser to make you go nuts.
It didn't make me go nuts, because it just pissed me off, because I'm like, this is retarded.
I didn't realize what I was paying attention to until they made the line of hey, with Captain Rogers and Iron Man no longer leading the Avengers, who can lead the Avengers?
I thought that was a pretty shitty line to throw in there.
I thought it was funny coming from the Game of Thrones guy who died in the Red Wedding.
True.
He made such a hell of a leader, and the other one just went and wandered off to the north.
I think I saw Jon Snow in one of the things, too.
He's in it.
I don't know if he's an Eternal or not, or whatever, he's just a dead person. I don't fucking know.
I think he's playing the role of Black Knight, or the Black Knight, or something like that.
Let me guess, he's the bastard.
You're not wrong, in a way. But
he's the bastard child.
Out of that entire group, I think he's the only one who actually becomes an Avenger at one point.
Cool, I guess.
Well,
but the B-League Avengers or whatever.
That's from the comics, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. So the Eternals also, in theory, deal with Thanos and Thanos' race. They've been briefly mentioned in the original MCU run.
I won't lie. When I saw the beginning, when I guess it was a ship, I have no idea what the fuck that was. But I was like, oh, look, it's the mouse clicker on the computer. It's coming to click them.
Dell's got a new product?
It's coming to click them. I was like, come on, what the fuck kind of ship design is that?
I'm not gonna. It's a weird concept and a weird group of heroes. I got Inhuman vibes at first when they all lined up in that one scene. You remember the Inhuman show?
Yeah, sort of, but I didn't.
Had the other guy from Game of Thrones, the bastard, the other bastard.
So many bastards.
From the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I guarantee the way I reacted to this trailer is the same way I reacted to Guardians of the Galaxy. Didn't know what the fuck it was.
I was confused.
Was like, this is gonna bomb. And then it wasn't that bad.
Agreed. It's gonna bomb.
Yeah, and then we'll get there and they're like, wow, this is really
It actually did okay.
But it's gonna be, I think, the first exclusive movie release. No. Yeah, this is gonna be the one that's gonna be full-blown movie release, because Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings is 45 days in the theater, and then the 46th day you can get on Disney or Disney Premiere.
Disney Premiere, baby.
So, and then obviously Black Widow you can get on Premiere Access.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was an interesting trailer. I mean...
No, it wasn't.
To me it is, because it introduces a lot of people you never thought would have been in the MCU. Did you expect Angelina Jolie to be in the MCU?
I watched it only because I knew we were going to talk about it. But that fucking
I appreciate you for the first time in 9 years.
Literally made no fucking sense
paying
to me.
attention to pop culture. I wasn't even going to bring it up. That was not in my notes.
Literally made no fucking sense to me.
I was like, if there's one thing he's not going to watch, it's this.
I watched it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Meanwhile, he ignored the Black Widow thing where he knows who that is, knows the actress, and knows, other things she's been in.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, I mean, I thought There's a couple people I know I recognize, but there's a lot of them in there I didn't recognize at all. So
That's fair. He doesn't know people.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the two are from Game of Thrones. It's
I,
Robb Stark and Jon Snow.
I recognized. I thought it was Snow. I wasn't
people.
sure because he came across real quick. I did recognize the other one.
The Indian.
No, the guy, the other son that died at the wedding.
Yeah, Robb Stark. He played Robb Stark. I don't think he's in anything else either. Like I can't think of a movie he's been in.
Yeah, I don't know. I just recognize him just because it's Game of Thrones. That's the only reason.
Then Salma Hayek's in it.
I don't know who that is.
Very short, hot Latina woman. She's in Wild Wild West.
She was the Latina woman of the 90s. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see the movie Wild Wild West?
I mean, eons ago. Well,
Did you see The Hitman's Bodyguard? Sam Jackson and Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Jesus Christ, man. Watch this, though. Angelina Jolie's in it.
I don't remember seeing her in it.
She's like the first person they reveal.
For half a second, I thought he was going to say he didn't remember who she was. Like, oh boy.
Well, she played, she's the one that did Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right?
Okay. I was curious which role you were going to pull out.
What obscure movie that she did that he knows her from? But
I thought you were going to, I honestly thought you were going to go Tomb Raider, because she was the original Lara Croft.
That's from, that's true.
Then Kamal Nanjiani, the guy from Silicon Valley. He was in Stuber.
I never remember his name.
Yeah, well, you can't.
I always just see him. I'm like, hey, it's that guy.
And then
that now.
There's the guy. He's in Atlanta. He's also he was in the Godzilla movie that just came out. He was the blogger, the black guy that was running around with children for some reason.
I remember. I didn't.
Yeah, you watched just the end. Well, he would have been in just the ending.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
He's in it.
He was with. Oh my god.
He was the guy that was twisting his arms and pulled something up from the floor.
Okay.
He had a very brief scene.
I didn't recognize him.
And then I don't know who the Asian actor is.
But then again, in Godzilla, he would look like disheveled, geeky person. So obviously he was in like a full green and yellow suit or something, like green and yellow outline or whatever.
I think it's interesting. I hope they montage over the centuries they've been on Earth. I really don't care about that part. I want the problem I have with a lot of this lineup is I want to know where Phase 4 is going.
Yeah.
He did Lurk. I don't know why the command didn't
I was gonna say why didn't it show up there because I was looking up there and I just randomly looked down here. I was like, wait a minute.
I guess it keeps commands out of the multi-stream chat.
Thanks, Baldwin. You did the same thing yesterday when I was streaming.
Did you call him Baldwin?
Bald. I don't know what it is. Bald dog.
It's Blow Dog.
Whatever. Jesus,
Baldwin.
monkeys.
Thank you, Alec Baldwin.
Thank you, Baldwin.
We'll play the match game later in your honor. But I think Phase 4 so far, after everything we've seen, no clue where the fuck we're going. Like, I at least at the end of, like, Phase 1, you knew we were building to an Avengers movie. Avengers movie it tipped its hat to Thanos. It took a while to get to Thanos, but, like, you had an idea where they were going and what the ultimate end game was for all that shit. See what I did there? I don't know what they're doing with Phase 4. Like, are the Eternals a one-off? Is Shang-Chi a one-off?
You would have... Well, I guess if there was a time to do a one-off, it'd be now.
Yeah.
But also, they don't really seem the types to do one-offs.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a couple big names in there. You would think they would stick around for a while.
Like, we're not going to get any traction, really, until December with Spider-Man 3. And we don't even know if that's going to give us traction because it's the last Spider-Man movie in the deal. They could put a bow tie on that.
They could explode the world and end it.
That's a good point. Yeah, they'd almost have to. They'd have to have it to where it ends, to where it, in theory, could wrap it up, but also open it up to where he could stay.
Yeah, because he gets one more movie outside of this to be in, like, a Marvel movie, and I'm pretty sure it's Doctor Strange, which might tie up that story that's told in December. So, it's weird not having a direction, especially having, like, 10 years of direction.
Maybe they're just going to wrap everything up and just reboot.
They could.
They just took
that multiverse movie
the stone and rewinded time. I don't know.
Well, no, the multiverse movie teased that up. If you want to bring in a different actor for something else, you pull him from the multiverse. This is Tony Stark from Earth, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden it's Tom Cruise.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but
oh, God.
Doing something like that would be such a hard sell.
I don't think it would happen to, like, Tony Stark.
Yeah, no, it's clearly going to be Batfleck.
Like... In order to pull a move like that, it's got to be like something somebody everybody loves. Like, all of a sudden, Morgan Freeman's Iron Man.
Yeah.
And even then, like...
I think it would be a way to play maybe like the Mutants or Ghost Rider is a rumor that's floating around right now, being pulled in through the Doctor Strange movie. since they have the Nick Cage version and they have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. version, they could possibly bring one of them in or go completely new.
Yeah.
Maybe cross over the Netflix characters of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, stuff like that. But there's no direction. That's the weird thing. I'm not used to not having direction.
Well, I think a lot of it's just because... Yeah, it's true. Because I was going to say if they would have released them in order, but I don't think Black Widow is even supposed to be in this time frame.
The crazy thing is we would be enjoying fucking Guardians 3, I think, by now. Or no, we'd be enjoying Thor Love and Thunder right now if the pandemic didn't hit. That would have came out at the beginning of the month.
Who's doing
that? Oh, really?
Who's the girl doing that?
Stupid
Is that
pandemic.
As well? Portman.
Hmm?
I just said stupid pandemic.
Yeah, the pandemic pushed everything back. Like, and half the shit... I was going to say, half the shit's been in the can for a year.
Yeah.
They're almost done next year's shit.
We could have been so far... We literally just lost a year of our lives. Just gone. Right. Everything just stopped.
Yeah. But, going off of sequels and bullshit like that...
Segue.
There's a prequel that's coming out. We're up to 7 viewers. That's impressive. We're not that interesting.
No, not really.
Talking Marvel's always interesting.
Yeah.
But there's a new report that claims that Timothée Chalamet has been casted as Willy Wonka in the Warner Brothers' upcoming Charlie and the Chocolate Factory prequel. Wonka.
Is it going to be based off of the original or the new one that they came out with?
It just says... The publication sources state that Wonka will feature musical numbers, much like the 1971 Gene Wilder version.
Hear me out.
It doesn't say which one is going to be based, like which universe it would be based in.
Hear me out.
Go ahead.
I could make a pretty good young Gene Wilder.
Agreed.
That's all I'm saying.
You're sold.
You can see it. Look at me. Yep. Don't look directly at me.
Take off the hat.
On air? That costs money.
That costs money, goddammit.
I mean, it's not as fluffy right now because
No, you can't. I mean, he takes off the top hat, and that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
See? So somebody said that the other day to me. They're like, "You look like a Gene Wilder, or like a young Gene Wilder." I'm like, "I will take that."
You and I should go into a partnership, and I'll be Richard Pryor.
Be interesting.
Yes.
I just want to see how everybody reacts.
Yes. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll take the show on the road.
Just see how far we can get. You know, all in jest.
Be interesting.
Is there a Wonka book, Cheever? I know
A Wonka book?
The note said it's based off of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Find out.
But I don't know if, like... Because they've been doing this a lot with the other books, so writing spin-offs to, like, Cruella's based on a book that follows just Cruella.
That's not what I wanted to do.
So it's kind of... Oh, so according to Chief, there is a book out there for
according
Wonka.
there
Well,
is,
cool,
yeah.
because I screwed everything up.
We'll agree.
By the guy that did James the Giant Peach?
James and the Giant Peach.
So it says, Deadline states that Charlemagne will play a young version of the famous chocolatier character based on the Rolad. They spell Ronald wrong?
Rolad. Fun fact, yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is a 1964 children's novel.
Oh, they didn't spell Ronald wrong. Oh, so they did do other ones. The Wonderful Willy Wonka. Yes, there's a book. I remember there being a sequel.
And this is all by Roald
Not
Dahl?
Ronald.
Roald Dahl? Roald Dahl.
But I do remember there being a sequel, because I remember reading the sequel, the Great Glass Elevator. I remember reading that, because I thought, well, okay. Because they just kind of tore the country.
Wait. You read a book?
We were forced to against our will.
That's right.
That's what education did back in the 90s.
And that's why we don't read anymore.
Spark notes.
I have a bunch of books I want to start reading now. They're all behind you. I actually have too many books now.
He keeps buying them.
Yeah, but see, those
for
are
a
books,
bookshelf, but not reading.
Those are books borderline graphic novel? Is that the difference?
Well, no, the stack that's on that second shelf, I don't know if you can see it on your camera.
Probably
they don't have pictures.
They don't have pictures. Damn, they're horrible then.
They're canon novels in the Star Wars universe.
I'll just leave that one open.
We can go Star Wars.
It's rough, because the names are rough. It's very hard to read. They need to convert these into, like, animated movies.
Yeah.
And then
they can pronounce the name for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to start reading the New Republic stuff. That goes back 200 years before the Phantom Menace.
And you felt like you were Gibby trying to pronounce regular names?
No, I have it. It's the High Republic. The High Republic stuff.
Yeah.
I got 20 pages in. I was like, this is so boring. Because she's just on a Freightliner and she's describing seeing space for the first time. Like, I know what space looks like.
So it's like reading a Tolkien book.
Yeah.
Like, he'd like to do that too.
Yeah. And it's rough. Which I know. And then I started. This is why I don't read. The other book I started to read was the Dooku book, which was a story on Count Dooku before he turned to the dark side.
Yeah,
and it's script. It's written in script dialogue.
Ooh.
And I went, fuck this, and got the audiobook off Amazon and just started listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then looked at the timestamp and said it was going to take 6 hours. I went, fuck this, I don't get 6 hours.
6 hours? What? Jesus
yeah.
Christ, how long is the book?
It's like maybe that thick. But they actually, like, they describe the different, like, the actions and shit like that, so it's kind of crazy. Damn, he must have had 5 screens open. We went from 7 to 2. Like,
He pops in, said you're welcome, left, and all of a sudden everybody's gone again.
Oh, God.
I think it's because we went from Marvel to Willy Wonka, and they went, fuck that shit.
That's right, fuck that shit.
Is it because I said I was Gene Wilder?
It's
not because you said you're Richard Pryor. Let's clear that off the board.
Oh, it's definitely not that.
Yeah.
Unless all 5, I mean, today's not the day to do that.
Yeah.
But,
That's what I do.
that's hurtful.
Damn.
Anyway, other news I got. A Highlander remake is in the work at Lionsgate, and there's a rumor that Henry Cavill is going to star as the Highlander, and it will be directed by the guy that directed the John Wick series.
Okay.
So this could be awesomely bad.
Could be, yeah.
Like,
A lot of explosions.
it's going to be a Highlander movie.
I was just going to say that, actually. But no, I keep saying this over and over. Stop with the reboots.
That I agree.
Even when they come out and they work. Like, there are some that work. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, actually, they're a perfect example. It was great. I'm glad we have it. But at the same time, I could have lived...
You could almost go with, like, Kong, the whole Godzilla.
I could live forever without that movie.
All my stories are sequels, prequels, or reboots. Yeah. Like, that's everything that's going on right now. Or spin-offs. We did not talk about that.
So I don't mind spin-offs as much.
You're going to be hurt by what got canceled by the CW.
Spin-offs are okay, kind of, in my book. Yeah, I can be okay with that.
I mean, we'll find out after Star Wars has completely bleeded the tap on fucking spin-offs.
Well,
considering...
Did you see all the Star Wars news that came out?
What? Yeah, I do have a note about it in my thing.
We'll go keep going.
They have... Yeah, well, when I get to it, I'm going to make a joke about web design. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. That's her last name.
Yes, that's her last name.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Will reprise their original roles for Hocus Pocus 2 on Disney Plus in 2022.
Well, that's good for my company.
So in a...
Let the legends...
I'm just gonna let you know. That's our top selling thing every fucking year.
Well,
it's actually disgusting.
Girls love that and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Again, could you imagine if did they make a second one of those? Could you imagine now if they made a second Nightmare Before Christmas? They did.
They made like a spin-off.
They did spin-off.
Wasn't it like about Zero or something?
Yeah,
No,
I think so.
Sally?
Once I started
Sally.
saying it, I realized that there was something.
I remember there being a Zero thing.
I think there was.
Maybe that was a short.
I think I was gonna say. I think it was like a 30-minute thing. But yeah, they had a Sally one, and then they also had another spin-off about two lovers or some shit.
So there's the brief synopsis that was released is that 3 young women who accidentally revived the Sanderson sisters to modern-day Salem.
Does that really say Nightmare 2 release date?
It says that in February 2021, it was revealed that Disney Publishing is working on a Nightmare Before Christmas 2.
What the fuck, man?
He didn't learn his lesson?
No, he didn't. Never mind.
Oogie Boogie's dead!
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I am upset I opened this can of worms up.
that was
I'm
a bad
sorry.
can of
I'm
worms.
sorry.
What
Is it a
the
Disney
fuck?
Plus exclusive? This is where Disney Plus gets, like, dangerous.
Yes.
Hocus
it
Pocus
does.
2.
And they're going. It makes you drop Hocus Pocus one Halloween, and you drop this another Halloween. Oh my god!
It's going to be a book.
Oh.
Well, okay. All right. Well,
The Spark Notes are a little confusing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Boogie's
mildly okay.
Revenge. Oh, it's a video game.
All
I get the Spark Notes thing too.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry. Continue
I'm
on
sorry.
with
When I saw that, I was
Hocus
like,
Pocus.
So, a brief plot synopsis for Hocus Pocus 2 is that there will be 3 young women who accidentally revive the Sanderson sisters to the modern-day Salem.
There it is. Cheever just said it. Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride.
That was the other one that they did.
Oh.
I thought that was just its own entity.
Well, it was set in the same universe.
Well, it's Tim Burton, so
So,
everything
well,
looks like it.
So that's in the realm of spin-off potentially.
It's
then
a spin-off. I would say that's a spin-off. Yes.
that's okay. All right. We'll get problems.
The sisters are still hungry for children. They must be stopped before they bring havoc to Salem. So they're basically doing the same fucking thing they did the first time.
Exactly.
Didn't they kill him in the first one?
They exploded.
Yeah. Like
They're back, baby!
I guess they're witches, so you could pull them from hell. It's going to get dark for a children's thing.
That's right.
well, yeah.
Well, the first one was kind of fucked up, too.
Well,
for a
it
children's
wasn't dark. It was just it had some adult humor sprinkled into it.
You know what's going to suck? Sarah Jessica Parker's not going to be hot in this one. Like, she was okay looking in that.
Look, when you were like 13 when that movie came out, you didn't know any better, and yeah.
You didn't know the foot joke. So, yeah, Family Guy hadn't made the face looks like a foot yet.
Yep.
So you thought, like, oh, she's out of the three, she's really cute. And then, time.
Yeah.
More sequel news.
Yay!
So, last week, a plot synopsis was leaked for the movie Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which reveals Knuckles' involvement. Twitter user Ninja Rizu uncovered a copyright filing from Paramount Pictures and Sega for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The plot is apparently...
The plot!
After settling in Green Hill, Sonic is ready to move for freedom. Tom and Maddie agree to leave him at home while they go on vacation, but no sooner are they gone, Dr. Robotnik returns with Knuckles, searching out for a special emerald.
A special emerald?
Yeah. Sonic teams up with his own sidekick Tails, and together they embark on a journey to find the emerald before it falls into the wrong hands. Now, I'm curious if it's one emerald or if it'll be multiple emeralds.
Good question.
Well, it sounds like just one. Sorry, ignore what's going on the screen.
I was kind of curious.
And then how does
I was checking
how
what
they know
Shiva was saying.
if how does Tim Burton know about, or not Tim Burton, Dr. Robotnik know about this emerald?
So my guess is
because he's just a man.
at the end of the first Sonic movie, he's clearly abandoned in the Mushroom Hill Zone.
Then he's
Yeah.
lost his mind like normal.
Which makes sense if you go with the game lore. You would meet Knuckles there. That's where you first encounter Knuckles in the game.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I guess maybe through his processes, he finds out about the Chaos Emeralds.
Or Knuckles just knows about him.
Yeah.
Like,
That's right.
it could be as easy as that. He'd be like, yo, boss, there's more. And he'd be like, whoa, shit.
I'm
Crazy.
terrified for the Knuckles design.
Do you think they'll do what they did? Like, they'll release it, make sure that everybody's happy with it?
Well, like, I don't know. So, to me,
Or they
Knuckles, the current day Knuckles is like a roided up version. Like, he's super top heavy,
Yeah.
skinny legs, and he's like this. Whereas, like, I'm used to the Sega Genesis version,
Sega!
which I hope they would stick to.
That just had, like, little spikes on his knuckles, so you're like, yeah, Knuckles.
He was like Sonic, but red with dreads. Like,
Yeah.
let's do this. The tails looked pretty good. I wonder what he fucking originally looked like. And obviously Sonic's okay now, but
Right.
I'd be very curious as to what he was going to be. For the first time ever, Marvel has apologized for something.
WandaVision? Oh, could it be? WandaVision apology.
I wish.
That would make
Oh,
this
you
show.
got another Sonic story?
Yeah, it's just quick side note,
Is that
gaming news-wise. Sonic's
have, like,
30th anniversary stream. So the 30th anniversary is in 2 days. And
Oh, you know who streams in 2 days?
Is it me?
Yeah. So you can watch it on their Twitch account or their Facebook or YouTube account. I guess.
No, you cannot watch it on their Twitch account because you'll be watching this Twitch account.
Mine's fun. I can't play the game right. You can watch me die and throw shit around. Fucking ice cap.
So it looks like they're going to be doing a special stream. It starts at 12 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, never mind. You have time.
9 a.m. Pacific, and a bunch of different things. It sounds like they're going to be... I would almost think they're going to start releasing stuff for the movies, etc., some trailers and stuff, and it also sounds like they're probably going to be playing games as well.
Why the fuck didn't we do a Sonic the Hedgehog week?
Because Sonic sucks.
Because we didn't think of it.
We literally had an episode, like, that didn't come up on our list of anniversaries for some reason.
I didn't
We
know
sat
it was,
here after
yeah.
an episode a couple weeks ago and said, hey,
Yeah,
we've planned one out for
I'm
August.
just saying,
We're not good enough to have actually turned it around this quick.
Yeah.
What's the anniversary?
30th?
It says 30th anniversary stream.
Which makes sense. It came out in 91. It's as old as my brother.
Sonic 30th anniversary is nearly here. Sega's looking to celebrate with a stream featuring a first look at new projects and partnerships.
I don't know.
It's May 27th.
So, welcome to Sonic Week here at the Basement Protocol.
I fucked up yesterday.
You didn't notice the hedgehogs running around Minecraft?
Yeah, the little hedgehogs are all over the place.
Damn, that sucks. Well, he'll be 30 for a year, so...
Yeah, exactly. It's for an entire year, starting on the 27th.
You didn't get everything from Mario 35 in one fucking shot.
Exactly. What the hell did you expect?
Well,
I should have known that. And the release date's June 23rd. There's something else going on the 23rd. It's a 9-year anniversary.
According to the wiki, it's a month away, so we have time.
That's right. Well, this is just...
I would totally do Sonic Week. God, we debuted as a podcast the same day that fucking Sonic debuted. Is that a coincidence? I think not.
Yes.
No.
But yeah, that's just when, I guess, Sonic... I don't know who the hell owns Sonic anymore.
That is destiny fulfilled.
I don't even know who
No, I think
owns
Sega
Sonic.
still does. Sega just pours it out.
Yeah, but they're the ones doing it, so... I don't know.
Yeah, I think Sega... Because Sega's still around in that capacity.
Yeah. They're a publisher now rather than like a fucking console.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I knew I had something on that.
Well, anyway, Marvel finally apologized for something in the first time in MCU history, except for the whole, I don't know,
Cat scratching an eye thing?
Incredible Hulk.
No.
They're apologizing for the casting of Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One.
Oh, fucking Cheever.
So Kevin Feige came out in an interview and said, in hindsight, they whitewashed the role.
Is that why they apologized?
Yeah. They said the reasoning that they had casted Tilda Swinton is they thought they were being progressive by A, casting a woman, and B, staying away from the cheesy stereotype that was the Ancient One in the comics. Which, on the backside of it...
Wait, is this a WandaVision thing?
No, it's Doctor Strange. In a way.
Did they all of a sudden apologize?
Wait, wait a minute, is it in the original?
It was more of a hindsight thing on the... yeah, she's in Endgame as well. She's the bald chick that teaches them. Doctor Strange.
Okay.
In the comics, it's an older Asian man. It's a Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi.
But I mean, are they retroactively apologizing for it now because of like the Asian hate that's going on now, and they want to come back and be like, oh hey, by the way,
well, from what it looks like,
2 years ago,
it was he did an interview with Variety, Kevin Feige, and says if there was one thing we could fix, it would be this. He quotes said, "We thought we were being so smart and so cutting edge. We're not going to do the cliche of the wizened old wise Asian man, but it was a wake-up call to say, well, wait a minute, is there any other way to figure it out? Is there any other way to both not fall in a cliche and cast an Asian actor?" And the answer to that, of course, is yes, in hindsight. So it was just kind of like they were talking about, did you make any mistakes along the way in the MCU? And he chalked this one up to like, yes, we should have cast somebody that was Asian in that role.
So that was a retrospective of, look, let's talk about, the Marvel Universe over the years, blah, blah, blah. What would you have done differently? And that's the part he plucked out that he would do differently, though?
He said that's one of the things he regrets when it comes to decision-making.
Maybe I'm just more on the point of, like,
there
why...
like an entire series called WandaVision?
I understand that
I
understand at the time, I think there was a big blow-up about it.
Yeah.
But, like, now, I don't even understand why, I don't understand.
Well, it's whitewashing, because the Ancient One's all of a sudden this British white woman.
Yeah.
Which sort of made sense, though, because they had all the temples and all the different areas.
Again,
I honestly don't know anything about the comics, so that might be why
In the comics, it's a straight-up, like...
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi. I think that's the closest way to get it that you would understand. It's the Ken Jeong from Community doing the whole wise wizard joke that he did.
Yeah. Again, I get it, but again,
I get it.
Why bring it up now? Like...
I think it's probably in part because of the rise in Asian hate. I don't know why I did air quotes. I did air quotes because it's always been there.
Yes.
There's no rise. It's always been there. I think it was because of that, and it was more of the conversation directed them down a path of, like, what could you do different? And he probably went down that road of, like, yeah, we fucked up here.
I guess at the same time, he couldn't sit back and just be like, nothing, fucking nailed it.
I'm perfect.
And then somebody will bring that up, like,
I'm sorry. Did all of your movies make fucking billions each time?
Exactly,
Get out of here.
Exactly.
Even my flops made billions.
Billions with a B, bitch.
But I thought it was interesting that they actually apologized for something, because they have been pretty hard-headed of, like, we haven't fucked up. Like, look at what we created.
True.
WandaVision. Anyway, back to the whole sequels and spin-off stuff.
Oh, no.
CW moved forward this week with the approval and denial process on some of their new shows. The two that stood out was the live-action Powerpuff Girls
Oh, God.
is getting reworked. So apparently the pilot they presented to the CW was not acceptable, but they don't want to get rid of the actors, the writing staff. They just said, hey, try again. So they want to still move.
Okay.
It seems like they still want to move forward with it. They just want to redo it.
That's going to flop.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's going to
Right.
flop.
we talked about that type of stuff with Solo, where it was
Holy
back and forth
shit.
with like all
Yeah.
kinds of shit.
Going to flop.
I'm going to watch it because Turk's in it from Scrubs. Donald Faison's Professor X.
I'll watch probably episode 1, and then I'll make my determination from there.
And then something that may or may not devastate Gibby and Cheever. The CW has elected to not proceed with Painkiller, the spin-off from Black Lightning.
Black Lightning.
He doesn't even remember the joke he made like a year or two ago.
He doesn't remember the joke he made last night, if he made a joke
That's
last
fair.
night.
I might have.
I don't know how many
Exactly.
of you guys... Go ahead.
No, sorry. I said exactly what Gibby was saying.
I don't know how many of you guys actually have Hulu or have watched the new Marvel project that released on there this past weekend, but MODOK dropped. Created by the guys from Robot Chicken and voiced by Patton Oswalt. It's pretty good. I binged it.
No.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's a satire on MODOK, because I don't think they could ever actually bring MODOK to the big screen because it's a big floating head in a container. Where he has a family, and the wife wants a divorce, and he can't manage AIM at the same time with trying to balance
Does
the
he
family.
go, Power Rangers, assemble!
That's Zordon.
Zordon. And
But
also
it's
never
a similar concept.
giant face thing.
Giant head.
Giant head, yeah. When you said it, I'm like, oh, look here.
But it was created by Seth Green
Wait,
and
does
the
that
Robot
mean the
Chicken guys.
Power Rangers are Marvel? They're Marvel
They were at
people?
one point. Disney owned Power Rangers, but I think they reverted the rights back to Saban.
Not to get too far off topic, but aren't we owed a second one of those?
They're rebooting it again.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's all reboots, man.
They did the one and they're like, ah.
It underperformed.
Did it really?
Underperforms.
Well, I don't know what the standard is for performances, but yeah. Because they teased the Tommy Oliver storyline.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
the fuck the hell.
Okay,
What the hell was
well-
the last one that was? Is probably like last one at least I've seen is probably like 10 years ago.
There was one that dropped.
5 years ago? It was 2017, I think. 2017 or 2018.
I really don't remember when.
Elizabeth Banks was the Rita Repulsa, and then Bryan Cranston was Zordon.
Yeah, 2017.
And Bill Hader was Alpha
Click on
5.
it. Let me see some pictures. Maybe
Yeah.
I've seen. I don't think I've seen it.
You probably did.
Just do images.
Yeah, but I don't know what image. We're gonna get the other movies and shit in like that one.
Yeah, it's
know.
the three right there, the one on the left
That one.
above that.
That one.
That's
but-
what the Rangers looked like.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
didn't see that one.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. From what I remember,
Yeah,
I
it
thought I
wasn't
enjoyed
I
it.
didn't care for
I
Goldar.
thought that came out a lot longer.
It was a
ago.
literal gold monster.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
kinda weird.
yeah.
That was bad. They only played like 10 seconds of the Power Rangers theme. That's like 90% of why people love Power Rangers is the fucking soundtrack.
Yeah. So okay, the blue balls, I get
They
it.
really didn't
Yeah.
fight much either.
And I
They did
didn't
a
care
ton
for
of
the
training.
Alpha 5 design. I didn't mind Bill Hader being the voice of it,
Bill Hader.
but it
Yeah.
was weird looking.
Wait, wasn't Zordon the guy from Breaking Bad?
Yep, Bryan Cranston.
Maybe I have to go back and like rewatch it. Or
It
something.
wasn't
say.
bad, but there were certain choices they made that were just like, ugh.
I mean, I can see why it didn't do well. Like I said, it was a lot of training, and a couple fights.
I have it.
That's what,
I do have it.
that's what I was looking for. For those of you that don't know, off screen there's a wall of DVDs and Blu-rays that I was reading.
For these conversations when Frank has to go back and watch something.
Exactly.
The bigger problem is it's
Even though you can
alphabetical,
probably
like-
get it on Netflix.
Yeah, come with me. Look, big old wall.
Power Rangers, I don't believe is. Because they fall under that weird Saban property. Why he looks, other spin-offs that are coming. Adult Swim has announced short-form spin-offs of Rick and Morty with the Vindicators. Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Didn't they just announce the names of all the next episodes for Rick and Morty?
They might have, because that debuts in June.
Yeah. Which
Robot Chicken's getting a spin-off, and Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. All of them are in development.
Going
I'm
to
trying
hell.
to rush through because I didn't realize we're at 8:40.
Yeah, shit happens.
SpongeBob SquarePants is getting another fucking spinoff. If you didn't need it more after Camp Coral.
I think that guy's got like 30 movies by now.
He's got 3.
I think it's more than that, man. Fucking ridiculous.
He's been on for 20 years.
Yeah, he's been on for a while.
And they now have a spinoff called Camp Coral, but they'll have another one coming.
Woohoo!
Featuring Sandy Cheeks.
Okay. Like her own...
Yep.
Movie?
Spinoff series.
So, is she going to start above ground, and then we figure out why she went underground?
Well, it'll be a little contradictory since she's at Camp Coral. And that's when they're kids.
Damn it.
Which is contradictory to her origin story anyway, because she's from dumb old Texas. They're rewriting history.
That's right. We don't care for history.
They assumed we have moved on from SpongeBob, and they can just tell these kids whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly.
Now, what they're forgetting is the ones that do remember are very loud in their yelling.
That's right.
Us.
Yeah.
They can hear you from down in the basement.
Last but not least on my news, and I know this is probably one you were chomping at the bit for, but Lucasfilm's website, after a year, decided to update their staff. It listed Dave Filoni as executive creative director for the studio, but apparently he's been in that role for quite some time, and they update their website like we do.
That's right.
So,
That's right. And no, that was not the news I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure yours is probably tied to that in a way.
Correct.
And they basically Lucasfilm's like, he's been doing this for like the last year and a half or two. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for celeb and pop culture news.
Aw, man.
I got Star Wars.
Do you want to, is it gaming or no?
No, it's
Do-
not
do-
gaming.
do I hit the
That's
button?
really not gaming.
This
I
is
mean, it's a segment. Go ahead.
This is pre Gibby news or like?
It's Gibby news, but it's not game. Just it's Gibby.
It's gaming.
Gibby! Boy, that escalated quickly.
Oh, yay! Yeah, so Star Wars. So basically, it's released that Disney is not renewing Kathleen Kennedy's contract.
Dun dun dun.
Which makes sense.
They pretty much canceled everything she's doing. The only last thing that she has control over is the oh my god, Harrison Ford one. The
Solo?
no.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana
She
Jones.
has control over Indiana Jones 5?
Yep, that's the last thing she's in control over. Apparently, shit's hitting
I
the
feel
fan.
sorry for you fans.
They already killed, like Shia LaBeouf killed that franchise, so.
Yeah.
Aliens did, yeah. And then
Shia LaBeouf.
probably the biggest news, by far.
Huge.
Wow, things just popped everywhere. Sorry, go ahead.
The man wants back in, man. The man wants back in.
That's very
George Lucas was apparently seen on site with all the bigwigs. He wants to buy his way back in and
Buy his
get
back-
more creative control over Star Wars.
Did he like invest in Doge, made a bunch of money? He's like, yo, I'm getting back in it.
He's getting back in.
He totally just did like a Jericho move. I know
I'm
you don't
just-
follow wrestling, but he went, he's back in, man.
He's back in.
Drink it in, man.
So we're at a point now. George Lucas, there is a very high probable chance that he's going to be coming back in. He's going to have probably some sort of control over hopefully Star Wars. I doubt Disney's going to sell it to him. It's
No.
probably going to be some kind of partnership. He'd probably buy X amount of shares back into his own studio. And who the hell knows what's going on from there? And then the other piece, which kind of sucks, the what's called spin-off series that they named.
There's a lot of them. I can't even help you with it. I
No.
can run through all the lists.
The one that was supposed to star Cara Dune.
Rangers of the New Republic.
Got shelved. It is no longer happening as of right now. Until basically we figure out what the hell's going on.
That makes sense. It seemed like a weird show to do. Just being honest.
Yeah.
I remember I watched an interview though. The next thing is the Book of Boba, and then immediately after should be Mandalorian 3.
Yeah. So we'll see where it goes from there. So that's basically what's happening. Cara Dune is apparently in talks to come back onto Disney.
I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Last.
A lot of people think that basically they're saying it's shelved and not canceled is because they're trying to power play to get her back in to it, because I think she's supposed to be the one starring in it.
It makes sense because she literally became a Ranger of the New Republic at the end of the Mando season 2.
So that's sort of, people are speculating, but that's basically what's happening in the good old Star Wars land. I'm just hoping George comes back and, like, you know, doesn't fuck up with she dialogue.
Well,
no dialogue for that guy.
You can have your ideas, but you talk about fucking sand once.
Once.
Do you think that we had discussed maybe a couple months ago on the show that he wanted, that one of his stipulations of coming back was rumored to be redoing the sequel trilogy?
He's supposed to get his own trilogy, yeah. And again,
do you think it's that?
I don't know if they're going to redo it or he's gonna, well, again, they've already casted a fucking... They're supposed to say that the girl that did...
You're great with names.
You know, the girl from the thing?
It's not Wonder Woman, but the Marvel version.
Patty Jenkins. She's doing Rogue Squadron.
The Captain America, or the woman version of Miss Marvel. Who the hell is that actor?
Brie Larson?
She's supposed to be Luke Skywalker's wife.
Mara Jade?
Yeah.
Time out.
Some fans up in some uproar.
I want to see you two on some sort of game show.
I was right on all my answers.
Like one of those, like Pyramid or something, where he's got to explain something to you, and you got to pull it out. I mean, you'll kill him by the end of it.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
But like,
But we get there eventually.
I just the back and forth. It's.
I was right on everything he said, though.
Yeah.
I wasn't like I didn't. It took a while to get to where he wanted to be.
Yeah,
but
That's right. That's right. But she's supposed to be in it, so like that's already throwing major wrinkles into the new trilogy. Last trilogy. I don't know what the fuck the 7, 8, and 9.
Well,
because where the hell is his wife? He's supposed to have 2 kids at this point.
There's
I have
30
fucking
years.
no idea what's going on.
So they're gonna pull from the extended universe that's currently not canon.
That correct. That's. Well, this was.
They could
Again,
do that.
this was George's trilogy was the problem. Like he was that they're supposed to be in it in this trilogy. Like I don't know, but
They
whatever.
can still do it. I mean, the only thing that he might be bummed about, from at least from the book, the notes that he had about his sequel trilogy, I think he had Darth Maul in it, and Filoni killed Maul in Rebels,
Killed. Yeah, at the very end.
which I think it was a fitting end for Maul.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Although it would have been cool if he was the big baddie in the back trilogy. Give Ray Park some work.
It would have been, yeah, it would have been interesting. But yeah, I don't. We'll see. I mean, you saw badass Maul and fucking Solo.
You know how it is. Nothing stays dead.
No,
Pretty much, yeah.
except Uncle Ben.
Well, kinda. You just keep bringing him back to kill him over and over and
Yeah,
over.
we just gotta keep going.
So
He's got that catchphrase he's got to say in every single
right.
movie.
That's right.
You gonna tell me with great power comes great responsibility? No, man, just don't fuck up.
Anyway, and back into gaming news.
back? You mean?
Well, going
in.
into.
Jumping in.
So Halo Infinity,
Ah.
the new Halo,
And beyond!
basically said that they're looking at having a PUBG, a battle royale,
Of course.
fucking game.
Because why
Oh,
not?
cool.
I don't know how that will work because, well, I know how it will work, but it's not gonna be cross-platform because it's only on one system. Like I don't know if the player base is gonna be there.
The way the next gen's gone, it might be there.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there's no cross-platform because there's only one platform nowadays. So
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah. Oh man, that's actually. I have a story on that. Let me fast forward.
About PlayStation lying about their fucking shit.
So the PlayStation.
2024.
So they put out a list basically of what is compatible for free upgrades.
Nothing. Because it's taken so goddamn long.
So you have like Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, Ateria Reza 2. Oh my god, I don't know what it is. Balan, Wonder World, Borderlands 3. It's like all these games you can literally get if you have the PlayStation 4 version. You can upgrade for free. Dirt 5.
No
Hitman
time
3.
restraint?
Yeah. What is this like? Right, you're saying right now today? If you
As
had a
of
PS5?
right now, it is. It does. I have a funny feeling that there's going to be a time restraint to it. At
Yeah, the
some
moment
point
they
in
actually
time.
release the PS5.
Yeah,
I
but
was gonna say that has to be the contingent. Like you can't get one, and because that was the big thing, and especially going forward, they keep releasing games. That hasn't stopped. So what is their play? Like
A lot of studios are rolling back to the PS4 version just to make the sale.
And so what does that mean for people on PS4 that plan to get a PS5 once it's released? Like
the whole reason I was going to get one was for Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I caved, got it for the 4, beat it, and now I really have no point.
Yeah. Because I know a couple people that are on the stance of like not buying a new game now because planning on getting a PS5.
There's a boatload of games. Let's put it that way.
But like,
boatload of them.
If most of them will come with the free upgrade, then it's a little bit more intriguing.
They have to have a hell of an arsenal of exclusives coming out with it when it finally releases. Like, they have to have a list of, like, these are the exclusives that'll be PS5. That's why we're okay with doing this. That'd be my guess. Because, like, Borderlands 3 is dirt cheap now. But that's been out for, what, 2 years?
Yeah, something like that. Like,
then you have games like...
Grand Theft Auto 5?
Upgrades not exceeding $10. So you have Call of
fuck outta
Duty,
here,
Black Ops Cold War.
That's just Jizzard being their own bullshit.
Pro Skater.
Jizzard.
Because I'm still talking more about...
It's all Activision, isn't it?
I don't know who owns Tony Hawk.
I'm pretty sure it's Activision.
Call of Duty is either Activision or Treyarch. I don't know which one.
So it's all, you know,
It all rolls up into Blizzard, yes. Blizzard Activision.
Yeah, it should be in there somewhere. I've lost...
Off camera again.
It's complete chaos since the Game-a-thon. I don't know where anything is anymore. I need new shelving. I got way too many games now.
That's right.
I'm actually playing them, though.
And you can also apparently get boosts if you upgrade from a PS4 to the PS5 for Blood and Truth, Days Gone, Firewall, Zero Hour, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Ratchet and Clank, Rocket League.
So, like, another thing, too, is a lot of these games would ultimately have been the PS Plus free game at some point anyway. Correct. Are they just saying, hey, this is the PS Plus, this is all up front?
The game boost is apparently, I was reading about it, it's just like you get,
it works!
Well, what the fuck's going on?
Teacher put his hand up!
No, I was just saying, I have a question, but I was letting you finish. One, yes, Tony Hawk is Activision, but two... all those PS Plus games that you're able to add to your library and play them whenever.
PS3 didn't carry over.
They're not going to carry over.
I wouldn't. Okay, I was just curious.
If you have an Xbox, they do. Xbox, everything on Xbox One carries over into the new Xbox system.
I have already invested 20 years in the PlayStation.
When you log into the new Xbox, you can download all those games.
Well,
it's all digital. They're not going to give you a copy, but it's all digital.
They have the Game Pass anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's true too. But yeah, you get every game that you have, you can get a digital version of.
All I'm hearing is,
and all these games that I'm mentioning right now, you only can get the digital version of. You have to have the actual disc though.
This is how Xbox users felt last gen.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was like, dear God, what are you guys doing? So PS6, invest now.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
Woo! Right, baby.
We're back. They learn from their mistakes. They're already building them now. That's how confident they are that the 6
They're already doing a redesign. I saw a couple pictures of the it's supposed to be like a slimmer. It actually looks a lot better.
So it doesn't look fucking retarded?
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
I saw that thing at Eric's. That thing's fucking huge.
Yeah. It's a
Where
fucking
the fuck
tower.
am I gonna put it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're fucked. I don't know where you'd have to take out the big sound
receiver
system.
that handles everything?
Yeah, they would have to go.
PS5 just goes in the bedroom and
never to be seen from again.
Yeah, it's not a game-a-thon exclusive. It's Chris's big Blu-ray player.
But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, basically all the games I just listed, you basically get a bonus. So there's like, I know some of them are like you get a week worth of double XP or blah blah shit.
I know I'm about to say trigger words, so try to contain yourself. But I know Madden.
Motherfucker! No,
I know
Madden's even in here.
No, well, Madden beforehand, they were going to give you the free upgrade on Madden 21. It was supposed to be good only till March. But then after the PS5 rolled back...
Madden's not even on the list.
Well, last I knew that it was a free... You were able to actually upgrade for free up until Madden 22 dropped.
I mean, at this rate, you probably won't be able to play anything. Like, 22 might be the exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so like you can upgrade the previous version for free, but then once the new one drops, you beat.
They probably have to redo that deal with 22 if they want. I don't. Well, that's a good question.
It all depends on when the PS5's released.
Because it doesn't sound like they're going to make this Christmas.
Keep saying it.
The way they keep talking.
They were talking 2022.
Next year, Xbox is the same thing. They don't plan on being available in stock until sometime in 2022.
Oh, Xbox has fell back too?
Yeah. Which is kind of crazy. I didn't actually, after our debacle last week, I actually looked up console sales. I did not realize how small a percentage Xbox has in the console wars.
But how do you blame that on the pandemic? That's what I don't understand.
It's the chips or the processors, yeah.
You launched in 2019.
Oh,
before the pandemic.
They had nothing made ahead of time.
Why would you not have the foresight to stock up on these materials before?
You probably had enough for the original launch, but your problem is
they didn't.
No, well, they had enough for their bullshit.
I was gonna say they had enough for the original launch. The problem was they then
launch.
couldn't make it. They couldn't keep up with the demand.
No, you know that bullshit launch.
You are right though. They should have had way more in stock.
You know that bullshit launch that they always do when they release the new gen, where it's like, we made 1,000, here you go.
Yeah. I mean, in their defense, I had no intentions of
Yeah.
buying it right out the gate.
I mean, honestly, I don't think even right out of the gate it was all too bad. I mean, they did have some issues. It really didn't. They didn't really run into massive roadblocks until basically January. And the reason they ran into those roadblocks in January was because China shut down.
Okay.
So then they stopped basically being able to get the parts, and then we went into lockdown, and then sales just, I mean, normally you would have the peak of Christmas, and it would come back down. The problem is, it never went back down for demand.
Well, yeah, because you were stuck at home and all you wanted to do was play video games.
It went down for like a month, and then it spiked back up, was the problem.
And you were getting this bonus government money. So what the fuck were you? If I would have got bonus government money, it would have went into a system. I didn't need, but I would have gotten I probably would have gotten our PS4.
That was 100. That was 100% my plan when I got the government money. I was like, all right, there's my PS5 money. Oh, I can't find one. Well, never mind. Spend it on like chocolate and dildos now.
I got arcade machines instead.
Yeah, I got arcade machines. Yeah, there you go.
And a fish tank. I need to feed those.
They'll be alright. But yeah, so we'll see what happens there. I thought it was interesting because I think the list looks like it keeps growing because I keep tabs on every once in a while. Yeah,
they keep pushing the date when you can actually get a PS5.
Well, that's the issue. Yeah, the demand, the fact that demand's so high and people can't get it is the issue. But people can't really even get the Xboxes. I think they can only maybe possibly get the cheap version. But even then, it's not like it stays in stock long.
I gave up.
I pretty much gave up too.
I asked one question to my buddy at GameStop, and he was just like, he's like, it's gotten to the point, he's like, don't spend your GameStop points, you'll get a significant discount on it when we finally can fucking release it.
Did he say the word release?
Well, yeah. There you go.
Just confirmation, that's all I need.
Because if you go on their site, you can't pre-order it. You can't do any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
But he's like, you're accruing points so much. Like right now, I can get $50 off a PlayStation 5.
Wait, what do you get? What are you getting points for? Like
every time I buy a game.
Oh, I thought maybe you're getting like residual points for some.
Oh no, my reward points from buying so much from them.
Yeah.
I'm up to about a $50 certificate. He's like, you're gonna get a PlayStation 5 for $50 off. He's like, by the time it fucking comes out, you'll probably have $100 off the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
By the time it comes out, you'll own that store.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, their stock fucking even AMC skyrocketed.
Oh, I'm feeling that. Yeah.
All the meme stocks took off today. I was like, what the fuck happened?
I mean, okay, so
you know why, right? End of the month's when all the options come in.
Mm.
So everyone who's still shorting the fucking thing like idiots are starting to get burnt on it.
Yeah.
It's the problem. You're fucking morons if you're still shorting that stock. Just stay away from it until people get out of it. But yeah, so anyway, eBay is banning the sale of all adult video games from July going forward. So you can't get any adult video games.
What like M17 and older, or the?
It's mature, labeled mature.
So there goes Catherine in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not many that I don't think I play any mature games.
Anything by Rockstar Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Rocksteady, or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah.
What the fuck, eBay? Like, nobody comes to you anymore. Don't limit yourself.
I won't even lie.
Do they have the reason why they're doing it?
I didn't even know that they sold
that's where I get all my retro stuff. So is it eBay won't sell direct from eBay, but you can still auction your stuff off?
The online auction site will be implementing a ban on adult video games from July 15 onwards as part of a wider initiative by the marketplace to prohibit the sale of mature content across as books, anime, comics, magazines, and art that contains sexually oriented materials.
So you can't sell anime on there either. Like all the mangas and shit you can't get from eBay.
I guess you can't sell dildos.
Your company needs to steer clear of eBay now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I guess you're done with that one.
but
What,
again,
are they having problems like? Did a kid buy something and then a mom went nuts?
Karen
I don't
went full
understand why
Karen.
like all of a sudden that's an then because you can get this shit on Amazon then.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
was
what I
thinking
mean.
the same
Like, that's
thing,
why I
but
don't
know.
understand why eBay, whoever still shops on eBay,
I do.
for new.
Okay, I was gonna say I look for like the hard to get stuff. That's like how I got the GameCube and a PS1 for like $20.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to eBay for new things, but then now you're limiting yourself already.
Yeah. That makes me wonder if you go looking for like the old like there's a couple of
I mean,
classics that pop up that are mature from back then. Am I gonna have issues trying to find it? Or does it like?
I think it
I don't
depends
know.
on the like.
I actually don't
It's
know.
gonna-
They
it's gonna
actually
depend on
say
how you-
why. They just kind of just said what it was and what games and stuff were like affected by it.
I was
A
gonna
lot
say,
of
but
them I
like for the
recognize.
old stuff, it all probably depend on the description they put in.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know how eBay works, but I think you can look up like the
Like, what are
wiki
you trying
page
to
and
get-
link it.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're labeling it as if it has a rating of X, XXX, R18, or
But-
unrated.
Well,
So-
games are always M17.
I was
but-
gonna say is no, some games are rated as mature.
But that all depends on how you list it on your listing. Like, if you just don't actually link the real description and type your own bullshit,
I
doubt the
honestly
bots
don't-
are gonna find
I don't
you.
know how that would work, but yeah, you're right. I'm not sure.
because they're not gonna like Conker's Bad Fur Day. You wouldn't like if you didn't know the game.
Lovable squirrel trying to get a nut.
You would, yeah,
Exactly.
you wouldn't know. So like, I don't know how they could police that unless the description goes, "This dickheaded squirrel wants to," you know.
It's weird too because it's a person-to-person sales system. Like,
Also
why would
true.
I get it? Like, if they came out and
Well-
said if we ship from an eBay warehouse, we're no longer supplying that shit.
I mean,
I don't know if they have eBay warehouse.
They
was just
do
gonna ask that.
have the same thing like Amazon has, where
Consignment inventory where they buy a
well,
bunch.
no,
and
they
then-
don't do it, but like Rock Auto or whatever,
Yeah.
where you have the inventory, but
Oh.
they buy it off of your thing. You're like
Yeah, well, yeah, you have like
I think they're like eBay stores or something,
uh
or something weird like that. It's not really.
So
It's-
they're
it's
using
a-
someone
yeah.
else's inventory to make sales.
Well, no, it's
So they're
somebody.
cutting those off.
That's I don't know. I would think those would be the ones that would be more affected more so than the person
I'm
transaction.
just giving more power to Bezos.
You know what I mean?
basically,
Oh,
yeah.
That's a shame.
Stupid move, eBay. Stupid move.
Way to put the nail in your coffin.
Right?
I didn't even know they were still open, so I don't want to.
I use them to get some of this, like, when I get a Domes
Yeah.
figure and I want to get, like, the rest of the set, I'll go there.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go through those goddamn mystery packs.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, old games. Rather than, like, cruising like Berlin Mart or something. I don't know. Is what it is. What you got?
Not really gaming news, but sort of in the whatever. Charlie
news.
Bit My Finger is becoming an
saw
NFT
this.
and is getting removed off of YouTube. I'm a little shocked by that one.
That sounds like Charlie needs a lot of money.
Well, my thinking is
And YouTube ain't paying like it used to.
Charlie probably got nothing from that.
Right,
That was literally
It wouldn't
one
have
of the first viral videos. They would have not had ad revenues.
Nope.
They wouldn't have had any of that.
And,
So
and even if they did at the time,
it would have been nothing.
if your first video you put up goes off, you're fucked because you
You don't have
weren't
AdSense.
monetized. You can't
Yeah.
retro monetize. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But I thought it was kind of interesting, and I'm actually wondering if this is going to start a trend. Because, like, Leroy
Maybe.
Jenkins, there's a lot of fucking random shit
Well-
out there that went kind of viral.
Wouldn't Leroy Jenkins run into an issue with Blizzard?
You know? Well, first
Blizzard's
off,
game.
Leroy Jenkins didn't even premiere on YouTube.
No, but I know,
that was
but it-
before YouTube even existed.
The audio is that guy's audio. But I
Correct.
mean, if you use the video that's with it, that's World of Warcraft.
Leroy Jenkins. Oh,
So maybe they could sell the audio.
it's so hard to say because,
weird.
like, yeah, because, like,
Who's the rightful owner of that content?
yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Because you're right, the
'Cause
visuals...
if that's the case,
The visuals probably are Blizzard, but the audio definitely is not.
boy, do I have a deal on our streaming service.
Yeah, because that is quite interesting. But I'm wondering if you're going to see a lot more of these Like 2 girls, 1 cup, fucking show up.
That's the example you go to?
Is
That
that
couldn't be the Star Wars kid or the Numa guy. No, you go right
there, baby.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Everyone's going to want that one now.
Is that even on the internet anymore?
I hope not.
I have no idea. But do you know how much it sold for?
$200.
Couple grand, wasn't it?
$760,000.
700?
760,000.
700?
$750,000, baby.
I know we talked about NFTs before, and that it is going to probably be the way of the future once we hit that Ready Player One world. But right now, it doesn't make sense to pay that much. I can see getting that for a couple grand, and then when we have that kind of world going, I got this for a fucking steal.
Like, that was good back in the day. I don't know. Like, my thing is like, I don't... Like, who the fuck still watches that to where, like...
Unless they get royalties on anything that ever parodies it or whatever going forward.
But they're taking it off of YouTube. It's going to be taken down. I mean, unless then they can repost
if it gets reposted, they end up getting the fucking money from it.
Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
I still don't understand this NFT thing.
I get it from the way when he described it that it's the world of Ready Player One.
Yeah, it's a digital
and you're
property,
building your own virtual world. I can see, like, oh, look at the Mona Lisa NFT I got.
Yeah.
But like,
we're not there.
But basically the same thing what he's saying. Like, now they take it off of YouTube, then that person who bought it then can put it up on YouTube, and then he rakes in the money from it because he owns that license. Basically, you're licensing out that particular
That's a hell of a gamble.
Yeah, so you're just you're selling the license to anything.
Well, it's not really a Well, see, the problem is in
the virtual license.
The virtual world, it's a little It's. So I think it's dumb personally, but I get it. I understand it. It probably is going to be the new way of the future. I just think it's dumb.
I agree, and
dumb.
This is probably how our parents talked about what we play.
Because you're gonna run into issues where, like, the Power Rangers, like, you can get the NFT for the Power Rangers, and now you own that skin or whatever.
Yeah.
So if it ever goes into, like, Fortnite, Fortnite has to give you money because they put the Power Rangers into...
WWE did it with a bunch of Undertaker stuff.
Exactly, WWE. They can license out all of those...
It was Undertaker NFTs. I don't know exactly what it contributed of, but they sold for $1,000 a pop.
Yeah, and then you run into... You're going to get to a point where it gets kind of overwhelming that you can't really, like, an apple, like, technically, like, somebody can own an apple, so if you ever put an apple anywhere it's on the internet, like, you owe royalties to somebody because they own that property. Because you're basically...
You own that digital version of that property.
Correct.
I'm sure... Well, not yet, but once it gets to that point, I'm sure there'll have to be, like, laws created to, like, commonly used items can't be...
like the royalty-free music and stuff.
Yeah, like, there's things like you can't trademark certain things because of that, like...
I would hope so. I would agree so, but they still can't get fucking... They can't even get the fucking goddamn big media companies now to fucking agree to fucking anything.
I want NFTs.
Like, if it does happen, it's gonna be well after the fact is the problem.
I want an NFT of Air.
Yeah.
That's the only issue, because our government is just so fucking slow at doing anything.
I want an NFT of Air, so any virtual reality thing you go into, and you don't pay me, you start feeling a suffocating sensation as you're in my virtual reality realm. You owe me royalties on virtual air.
That's right. I like it. Virtual water.
Virtual water.
Virtual food.
You go after the key things.
Virtual food. Like, yeah. We go after all the necessities.
Flight, mine. You leave that ground for more than 3 seconds, you owe me money. Wait. 1 second. You owe me money.
Because, like, in theory, like, Goku and all those things, like, those are all properties that you could technically own.
Yeah. I think it's crazy. I thought it was crazy because, like, when WWE did it with The Undertaker, I didn't understand what the fuck it was. They released 100 of each thing and made it a certain exclusive. And that dictated the price range.
And
but the cheapest thing was $1,000 fucking dollars.
And it was probably specific skins or, like, specific clothes that he was wearing or whatever.
I think it was, like,
age ranges.
Images from eras in his career. Like the match with him versus Hogan. That one still was an NFT. You own the rights to that image now. Which is crazy because WWE can make a shit ton of money off the stuff that, like, okay, we could take 100 images during a Hogan versus Taker match and sell 10 of them for $1,000 a piece at 10 grand off of weird stills.
When they would never be used anywhere because magazines are... is there still a WWE magazine? And even so, you
Yeah.
only get like one clip. They could just leave that one clip they're going to use for the magazine out of the shoot.
Or it's a 30-second clip, and you just cut that 10 seconds.
That's right.
Yeah.
I sold you a second of it. I don't need that 10 seconds. It's crazy. I think, especially since Vince owns all of the libraries that came before him, and that effort that he did in the early 2000s to go out and acquire them.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting thing. It's going down a very weird
Dark path.
I don't know if it's dark or... See, my problem is like people probably said the same thing
Not seen Wally?
about like World of Warcraft and stuff. I mean, it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, but you get up and walk around. We're getting to a point where like people will never have to walk again.
We're getting... I mean, basically the past year almost proved that. Anyway,
You're right.
like we were already
And
getting
we're going
to that
deeper
point.
and deeper down that road.
Yeah, like it's just a matter of time.
We'll
Unfortunately,
be playing Wii softball instead of going down to Pedrick every week.
There we go. I like that. Can my knee be better than me? Can he actually hit it out of the park?
Yeah. Grand Slam!
Woohoo!
I paid extra money. That's why I'm doing so well.
That's right. I upgraded my stats, guys.
What else you
Christ.
got? Or is that it? Do we have time? We doing a trivia thing tonight, or?
It's up to you, talent folks.
I have one more thing I'll talk. I have a bunch of other ones, but this will be the last one I'll talk about.
I have a
PlayStation State of Play is coming.
Who cares?
In 2 days.
Yeah, May 27th.
So that'll be next week's show.
Well, the only thing they actually announced for it so far is I guess they're going to be doing a gameplay preview of Horizon Forbidden West.
So it's the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think it was 14 minutes. It's fucking random. But it's a gameplay trailer.
What the?
And that's really the only thing they said other than basically,
Man, who cares?
it's happening on the 27th, and I forgot what time it was.
I kind of want to know though, because I want to yell about how PS5 needs to be.
Oh, it
Released.
actually doesn't tell you.
It won't be a PS5 exclusive.
It doesn't actually tell you the time.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, who cares? Like, why at this point? You got nothing. You got fucking nothing.
That's a good point. Yeah, I guess it probably wouldn't. It
got
must probably.
fucking
I really
nothing.
think the first exclusive will be the God of War. Well, that Ratchet and Clank doesn't count, but Ratchet and Clank, that's a one play and you're done.
You got nothing.
Yeah, that could be true. That could be true.
Alright, so I say we do some trivia rather than yell at each other for a while.
You want some triv?
Yeah.
Or whatever you got
Okay.
planned back there, Mr. Producer.
I never know anymore.
I don't know what you're eyeing up.
I don't know what I'm eyeing up either. I was just looking at the assorted trivia. Let's.
Ha ha ha! Funny.
What?
I don't know.
Let's
Keep
see.
talking
Let's
here.
see. We that doesn't feel.
The Friends reunion's this Friday.
Man, did you see that?
Is that?
Did you see that Amazon's trying to buy?
Let's try out some
Yeah.
2000s trivia.
It's a little
Eric
scary.
brought that up at the beginning of the show.
That was a little scary.
Well, I
That's
can't
all.
think.
Oh my God.
MGM's got what? 007?
These things are
Bond is
huge.
probably their biggest
Yeah.
one, but they also have like Stargate. They have a bunch of older
Well,
sci-fi
so they've
type
got
stuff.
some really decent franchises they could revive.
They could revive, yeah.
That'd be cool. I'd be interested.
Yeah.
I have
So
still.
they basically have everything that was made by Lion King. Like there's a ton of sci-fi stuff. Like I could just go. It's like if it showed up on the Sci-Fi Channel, it's probably made by that.
Yeah, good
That's the scary thing.
Do they own Sharknado?
I didn't realize that these
That's a great question.
these are
I don't
fucking
know.
huge cards.
They are obnoxiously huge.
Yeah, like makes it seem like you're getting a lot of trivia, and then you open it up and it's not as much trivia.
Not so much.
But
Because even the box has got more air than cards.
yeah, well, when I picked it up, I'm like, is this missing some? All right, so 2000s trivia. Let's see how well you guys remember the last 2 decades.
I give up.
To be fair, see how much I remember too. Well, where's the answer on the? Oh, okay. Okay, and if you're in the chat, you can try to play along too if you want. Why not? That's what we're here for. Game. Oh, I need to
This
hold
is
on.
our interactive portion of the show.
That's right.
I should probably make an intro for it.
Look
Yeah,
at that.
right. That's a good point.
Game night.
What? Does the Frank's Corner button work?
No, so didn't fix it.
Well,
I'll fix it. I'm sorry.
He pressed it. Boom! It blew up.
no, it opens something else and something.
Well, I think it opens it, but I don't think there's a video in there anymore, and I don't know why it was deleted.
I don't know. I'm not gonna push buttons. We're gonna roll. Well,
gonna
but
go.
yeah, we can have or just a trivia button or whatever. Anyway, let's start out with a relatively easy one. Maybe I don't know if it's easy. What sensational game?
What tape is 9/11?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What sensational game app came out in 2009? There is
I feel like we've had this before.
There is multiple choice. Now, in general, do you want me to avoid giving the out multiple choice unless you both are stumped?
Yeah, I would do that.
We have an Angry Bird and we have a Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird. Well, the correct answer is Angry Bird.
I feel like we had that question before. I think it was in the game card pack.
Maybe.
But I think it was like, hey, what year did this come out?
Probably.
Oh, I don't have the scoreboard up.
Wah, wah, wah. He said Minecraft first.
That's right.
Even though...
Cheaper gets no points.
He gets negative points.
No points for you.
Negative!
I couldn't even tell you when the fuck
Dace,
Minecraft.
1 point. Gib, 0. Chev,
0.
Le Chev.
-0. -0.
I like negative
All I
zeros.
heard was game. Alright. Bonus points for yelling.
Okay. What popular movie starred a green ogre? I feel like the 80s ones were a lot harder than this, or maybe it's just because I actually remembered
I don't think
the
I spelled it
2000s.
right. Is it
How do you
E or
misspell?
R?
Did you
no
put
I.
shirk?
Yeah, it's
How did Gibby spell that? Did he spell shirk?
Shriek. Yeah, Shrek. Whatever.
Which is its own movie.
Yeah. There you go. Fixed it.
All right, Chev gets a point. Chev.
I thought love was only true in
What brand of scooter was iconic in the 2000s?
I don't think this is right. Oh, well, maybe it is right.
Razor. Everybody had a Razor scooter. Everybody wanted a Razor
I was
scooter.
thinking, wait.
Well, you gotta think, in 2000, we were in 6th grade. A lot of these things are probably considered, well...
I thought it was the phone, and then I was like, oh, fuck. I think I fucked up.
I would probably have problems after we got out of high school, remembering shit.
Not that this matters to anybody ever. Well, you guys can see the scoreboard. I really should open up like Excel, because Excel would be a lot easier to edit than Notepad.
Yeah, and just leave names in there so if people come back up.
Yeah, I was realizing that because I kept...
Oh, there's no Excel on that computer. We ain't got Microsoft money.
Well, whatever. We can Google Sheets. I could open a Sheets.
Google Sheets is fine.
Google Sheets.
But we ain't got Microsoft money. We probably
right.
owe them money for saying the word.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's-
Shit, stop saying it. He's going through a divorce, man. He's gonna be coming out hard for money.
He's not, she is.
Now, I think that was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
I don't know what plan, but it's part of the plan.
They were getting like audited or some bullshit.
A lot of people are saying that he's trying to hide his assets. Basically, it sounds like he wants to try and start selling off his stuff. He can't sell off because of the SEC.
They were just like roaming around together, like being in love and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we can still do
This
this.
is apparently pretty popular in the the billionaire.
Well, yeah. After I heard about that, like, then the rumors came up, like, oh, why do you think Bezos did it, and like all that shit.
Bezos, yeah, they're saying they did the same thing. It's a way of getting around SEC law, which is really fucking retarded.
And
Because like she's already gotten way too much money, like
Trustworthy.
way more money than what she's really entitled to right now. Because
And
they're
that's-
expecting like 200 million, and I think she's already at like 450,
that's
500
a hell of a
million.
gamble.
Yeah.
It is a gamble, but it is.
Could
a
you
way-
imagine you doing that?
Remember, there's no real life loyalty in Champ.
Yeah, like I'm even skeptical, and I think she's pretty cool. Like,
All right, back to trivia. Trivia. What bracelets were shaped like animals and traded with friends?
What?
Yeah,
I
have.
don't know this one. Well, I'm gonna try. No, I don't.
Shaped like
I do have multiple choice, so like you don't have to make a guess.
So
I'll wait for the multiple choice.
Repeat the question.
What bracelets were shaped like animals and traded with friends?
Shaped like animals.
Shaped like animal.
I feel like I can picture. Wasn't there a website that went with it?
Zootopia.
Something like that.
Shiva remembers the craze. I actually do.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down, and you could. I would like the multiple choice.
I do not remember. No.
Okay.
Those weren't bracelets. That's an online.
That
I
was
mean,
the
they
online thing, right?
They might have made bracelets at one point when they marketed it, but yeah, like, which fun fact, your Neopet never dies. So like, if you ever had one,
You
he's
go
still
back and get 'em?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're starving, but they don't die.
They're gonna die the moment you log on.
No, they don't die.
They'll die specifically, so
'Cause, like,
you're a bad parent.
Once every like 5 years, I go back on Neopets. I'm like, hey, you're alive, and then I'll get an omelet and feed him. And be like, yeah, and then leave for another 5 years. Anyway, the choices are A, silly bands with a Z, B, slap bracelets, C, rubber bands with a Z, or D, friendship bracelets. Bracelets that were shaped like animals traded with
I'm
friends.
just gonna guess. For the record, I didn't look at what he said.
I did
Silly-
friendship
Silly and
bracelets.
friendship. The answer was silly. Silly bands.
Never.
And Cheever also
I
got
don't
silly
even- I don't
bands.
even remember this.
I don't remember these either.
So
I don't remember. I would have guessed. I probably would have guessed friendship too, because
because you're sharing between friends. So I'm like,
and they might have had animals.
Yeah.
I
I
don't fucking
feel
know.
like the 2000s were known for putting Z's at the end of things. I thought it was like an end of 90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s trend.
I knew it wasn't slap.
I knew it wasn't the
things.
slap one because that's the
Yeah.
fucking one. Like
Yeah.
I know what that is. Those shit hurt.
I knew rubber bands made no fucking sense.
Well, I think the decade is 2000 to 2010, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or it could have came out in 2009. Is what it is.
I don't know. It just says 2000, so I don't know the official rule.
Yeah.
Well, there's a 2010s box, isn't there?
Not by me, but
But-
yes,
Yeah.
if my eyes work, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if Gibby will actually get this, but what pop star taught you how to spell bananas?
I don't know if he'll be able to
is
spell it, but he
bananas.
should. I don't know how to spell it.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Yeah, I didn't spell it right. Let's go ahead, Stefani.
I put staff on it.
Not. Oh, it is Stefani with the F. Who the Feggy? Cheever, were you trying to say?
What?
Cheever, were you trying to say Fergie for one
Fergie.
thing,
He said Fergie. I like
and
it.
two, the fuck?
Yeah.
I knew he knew that song because that's how we know how to spell.
No,
banana.
I knew he knew the song.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he knew who sang the song. That's why.
I honestly have no idea why I know.
That's why I still sang the song because I knew I wasn't giving it away.
Follow-up question: what band was she in?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't get real points for that though.
Yeah, that was just a friendly side bit.
What teen heartthrob was one of the first YouTube sensations?
I mean, I'm just guessing.
Oh, I know who.
I mean, I almost know you guys would get it for sure.
Oh,
The
you got
Biebs,
it.
the Biebs, yeah. Biebs, everybody can
I
thank
just guessed
Ursher
'cause
for
it
that.
said heartthrob.
I forgot he got his start on YouTube.
Oh, he got started? I have no idea.
Yeah,
That
or-
That was the
Usher-
question, wasn't it?
Yeah. Was
I
first
just
YouTube.
went with heartthrob of that generation.
He started on YouTube. Usher is the one that like found him and was like, "Yo, this white boy can sing," and brought him in. And I think Cheever just went full retard. I don't know what happened
That's who
anymore.
I started writing. When
Really?
you thought YouTube sensation, that's the only guy I could think of from the early 2000s. That wasn't the fat Numa guy or the fat Jedi kid.
Heartthrob?
I went to YouTube.
Okay.
I didn't
that
think.
that's the word that stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I put two and two together, it's like heartthrob. Oh, Bieber started there because
Okay.
he wasn't on YouTube long. He got
and-
it and then he fucking ran with it.
And YouTube wasn't as big of a deal then either, so like
No.
you wouldn't think
But
of it.
DeFranco is the name I thought of because that's the only YouTube personality I know from that area.
Cool.
That's fair. What social media network was popular before Facebook?
Really?
I
If we
hope.
get this one wrong, we're in
I
trouble.
mean, I knew it, but I looked at his because I was curious because he wrote before you said what was more popular then.
Well, it's
What if he said MySpace?
well, I'm fucked.
Zanga.
I'm fucked at that point. Like,
Uh,
I would have just put down my thing and be like, there is
Yeah.
one.
Clearly MySpace, which
Or what if he said Twitter?
Twitter wasn't before.
Wasn't that 2009? No, Obama had a Twitter.
Yeah, but that Facebook came out before fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
yeah.
If he would have said came out before Twitter is the question. You started right
Yeah.
before he said came out before.
But it wasn't a. I guess.
I get what I
That's
get.
why I
It could have been a
looked.
trap.
I was like, what is he putting? So that was
Yeah.
impressive. You read his mind or can see the card.
Interesting.
Fucking cameras.
Zanga. It's
Zang-
Xanga, not Zenga.
Chatterbait. Who?
I thought
Oh,
Facebook was 25 or 2005.
who was the female singer in the Black Eyed Peas?
Can I write it like Cheever did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have to write it? I did.
No, I spelled it with an I.
I didn't actually even look. I just
Is it IE?
assumed
I thought it was IE.
I don't know how to spell Fergie.
it's IE.
It is IE?
It is IE.
Never mind.
Fucking.
I.
No, not even a point. That doesn't even sound like it.
Virgie,
I-
what the fuck, man?
I'm only giving a point because I assume that time was on purpose. The Figgy, I don't know. Oh, okay. What was the must-have flip phone of the 2000s?
Like a specific brand?
It was the specific model.
I'm gonna go with it because you said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it was the.
It is a razor, because it could also be the sidekick.
See, so had you got the choices, you would have been torn because
Yeah, I would've
Sidekick
been
was there.
torn,
But
'cause it's really between those are the two big phones back in that time frame.
yeah,
Either the sidekick
but
or the razor.
everybody had the razor.
But I don't know if a sidekick.
I was gonna put
is-
Motorola.
well,
Yeah, and that's why I was saying
my
specific
whole
model.
thing is, I don't know if a sidekick is technically a flip phone.
That was a slide phone,
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
did a weird spinny thingy.
which I think the Sidekick was. I mean, it was after the razor though. Like the razor was first, and then they came because I had both, and that was the order I got them in.
Yeah, same. Well, I never had the sidekick. I went razor and I stuck with razor.
Well, I had the razor for a while, but I broke it. Like, okay, you thought those things were indestructible, but you start playing our song to mock somebody, and they get angry and break your phone. I don't remember what I was mocking him for, but I just know I had it on there, and I started playing it, and he broke my phone.
I like it.
So I had to buy a new phone. And I got the Sidekick because I still like the... Because around that time, everything was going touchscreen, and I'm like, no, I like my buttons.
I had a shitty flip phone. I don't even know what the model was, and then immediately went to BlackBerry because work started paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the razor, and then eventually I upgraded into the Samsung.
Alrighty. Real quick on the standings for you playing along at home. Cheever. Dace is ahead with 9. The Gibbs has 7, and the Chev has 6.
You're in my sweet spot of memory.
So, for what it's worth, I don't think Dace has got one wrong yet.
I have not.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. No, Dace is batting 1,000.
Woohoo!
So here's where he screws up. Where were the Olympics held in 2000? Where were the Olympic Games held in the year 2000? I can give you choices, though.
Well, like,
Do you need a
that would be
city?
summer, right? 2000 summer?
Yeah, summer would be yes.
Yeah,
Because
because 20
Sure.
is
if
going to
it's
be
divisible
4.
by 4, it's summer Olympics. If it's not
And-
divisible by 4, it's the Winter Olympics.
And yes, I am looking for the city.
You are looking for okay.
I mean, granted, I guess if you name the country,
I'm gonna guess on this
like,
one.
if you want to put an answer without me giving you the stuff, if you get the country, I'll give it to you. And
I went London.
the correct answer was Sydney.
Sydney. Fuck.
And Cheever said Australia.
Wasn't London? London was a Sonic game.
No, London did have one. It might
Yeah.
have been the one prior to that.
But
Though.
Mario and Sonic went to that one, so it had to be more recent.
I like the way your rationale works.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I knew the one before that, Atlanta. They blew it up.
Yeah. What small device played short clips of popular songs?
Short. What device?
If you guys get this without, I'll give you. Well, I'll give you the choices on it
Okay.
because you're.
Fucking,
Well,
it's
if
the
I say that, you
Microsoft
already know
thing.
what it
It's
is.
the Microsoft
It-
thing.
Okay,
It was like hit clips or something.
there you go. That's what I wanted,
Hit clips.
and that's
Remember,
why.
they were so
Oh,
fucking
never
stupid
mind.
because you didn't get the full fucking song.
That's why I was like, I was probably gonna give you that anyway. But yeah, hit clips, mini MP3, sidekick, or small sounds.
No, I wouldn't know. I have no idea what we're talking about then.
There was these little fucking plastic things, and they look like Nintendo Switch cards. And you plug them in there, and it would be like, oh, here's 30 seconds of a popular song, which is just essentially the chorus. And that's all you got.
Like,
I don't know why people bought them.
I'm with like it sounds very
Yeah.
vaguely, like vaguely enough that I probably saw the commercial and went, "That's fucking dumb,"
Yeah.
and forgot it ever
Yeah.
existed.
Yeah.
I remember how dumb it was. Like, why? And this was
I
the
thought
time we
it
were doing
was-
LimeWire. So we were getting this shit for free anyway. So why the fuck did you need this little hip clip that didn't even the fucking
I thought it was the
whole thing?
The
Yeah.
thing that Microsoft made prior to the iPod being made.
The MP3 players?
There was a specific name for it, but I forget what the fuck the name was. But it was literally designed, and then Apple ripped them off and just made it 10 times better. Well, the main reason Apple worked was because they developed iTunes.
Yes.
All right. To make things mildly interesting, even though the Gibbs is failing miserably.
How am I down?
So real quick, just to make things interesting, I'm going to switch.
Zune.
Zune, that's it. Yes, the Zune.
I'm going to switch to 80s.
Oh, well, now I'm going to lose. That has entered the realm of suck.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm
Unless all the questions are Back to the Future or Empire Strikes Back.
so I don't know which ones of these. Well, it doesn't matter. So 80s, we'll
Even
do.
if we've already done them before and you ask us again, I doubt we're gonna remember.
Well, the 90s and 2010s are right here because you and I did those.
Make it super interesting. I got 5 cards. Didn't look at them. Just shuffle. Well, I looked at that one. Five off the middle. Double points, just to make things interesting.
All right.
And then see if Dace keeps his perfect streak alive.
I'm not gonna win any of this shit.
But he was perfect through the 2000s, and I wanted to make it a game.
That's fair. 9/11.
That's right.
Who was the dramatic redhead who starred in Pretty in Pink?
The actress's name?
The actress's name.
I don't even know what Pretty in Pink is.
She was the it thing back then.
Well, I guess so much for giving Gibby a chance.
I don't even know what. Is it a movie?
The
I-
actress's name.
I don't even know what Pretty in Pink is. Is it a song? Is it?
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
What was the
Do you
director's
know-
name?
Huh?
What was the director's name? Who did like a bunch of? He did Breakfast Club. He did that. He did like.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. That's not a fucking question.
John Hughes?
John Hughes. Yeah, it's part of that John Hughes movie.
Fine.
She was in all of them.
That hurt trying to pull that out of my brain. Like that was like stuck in there to pull. Yeah. Do you even know who Molly Ringwald is, Gibbs?
The movie
No.
you probably saw her in was Not Another Teen Movie as the
Never seen it.
airline. You've never seen Not Another Teen Movie. That's where Captain America fucking started.
What? Okay, now all of a sudden I hate
That was
these.
like one of the first movies where they kept parodying all the other movies. I can't believe you've never seen that. You probably have. You just don't. You probably haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
It's where it took because all of a sudden 10 Things I Hate About You came out.
I don't even know if I've seen that.
Wow.
I just thought maybe you had a chance because Dace hates the 90s or 80s, so like I thought maybe you would know something, but
In his defense, you don't know actors or actresses across the board.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true.
That was a rough
That's
question.
fair. That was like I said. I didn't screen them. I just
You would have said,
grabbed.
"Hey, what's the character's name?" Well, in that instance, do you want me to not reveal right away, and then you give him multiple choice?
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
This way, he still has a chance.
So to make it interesting.
Because I might not know any other ones.
So to make it interesting, you're gonna answer without the multiple choice. He's gonna take the multiple choice.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right. Who won? Who won the Super Bowl in 1989?
89?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not fair. You went down the road of sports, but I'm gonna guess.
I mean, I'm gonna hate myself.
Well, Gibby, you can have.
Oh, we did the same thing. Cowboys.
Well, it was the Niners.
Was it really?
Yeah. But you would have guessed Cowboys anyway because it was the multiple choice, so there was no point giving you the multiple choice.
Yeah.
You would have said 85. I at least had that.
Who's 85?
The Bears. The Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh, look at you. To be fair, like I know teams that have won Super Bowls, but
Yeah.
what year? Like even if you're like, hey, who won the Super Bowl in
Cowboys
2012?
went on a run right around then.
I
I
would
thought
have
it was early
just
90s.
turned-
I thought it started in the 80s.
I would have been only like 4 months old
I
when
think.
that Super Bowl happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Again, like even if you ask me who won the Super Bowl in 2012, I would just guess Patriots because like mathematically I have a good shot of being right.
Yeah.
But like I don't fucking know who it was.
Yeah.
Or an asterisk next to my name. Sports do not count.
Yeah. That's a weird one.
Well,
Next.
That's fair. I killed the perfect streak. You know,
For what-
Undertaker did it too.
for what it's worth though, Gibby has to get all 3 of these correct. You have to
Get
get them
all
all wrong for him to tie.
To tie. We got this.
What?
We got this.
He's only got 7. I have 13.
Yeah, and they're
That's
they're
double
double
points.
6 questions? Oh, they're double
double
points?
double points. All the 80s were double points.
Okay.
You got 1 double point and then you missed 1, so there's 3 left.
Okay.
Anyway, which oh well. What famous wreckage was found in 1985?
The Chicago Bears.
Gibby, you get multiple choice. Unless you want to just blow it all on
Blow it
answering.
all.
I feel like it was discovered sooner.
You were writing for so long. That's not what I thought you were writing. Yeah, it was the Titanic.
I was maybe it was like a space crash that they found, like in the water
The
somewhere.
Challenger.
Yeah, like they found bits and pieces of the Challenger.
See, like the choices though, the Black Swan. I don't know what the hell that is.
That is, yeah.
Titanic. Well, though the USS Arizona. That was one of them that was in Pearl Harbor.
It was in Pearl Harbor, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
and then
see
Oh,
that.
yeah, you could see it. The smokestacks were still above.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
and then the Mary
Oh, we just found it.
and then the Mary Rose.
That's a boat. I don't forget what the fuck.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Even with the, I would have went.
I would have went Titanic
Yeah.
with multiple choice.
All right. Well, here's maybe a chance though. In what year was the first ever CD compact disc released?
What year?
Yep.
And this is the 80s, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go 1.
Again, I can give you choice.
I'm going 1-9.
No. Yeah. 8.
I need
What
choices.
did? Well, choice is 82, 88, 86, 84. So I eliminated half of the decade for you.
I'm gonna go with.
Did you not have one of those? I didn't even see what you flashed, Dace.
I'm gonna go. What was the
I
latest
originally
one?
wrote
89.
84.
The
89.
80, 88.
88. Then I'm going with 88.
No, it was 82.
I put 83. I was between 84 and 82.
Oh.
Never in a million years.
Well, you're still close.
Yeah.
Like you, 1 year off. That's almost good. All right, so worth 6 points.
But I went over, Bob.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, here we
I
go.
would've never guessed
Sudden death. The whole game never mattered up until this point.
Exactly.
What soda had 6 times the caffeine of any other soda on the market? Remember, this is the 80s.
In the 80s.
I don't know if that changes whatever answer you may have written.
I mean, what is it? Just Coke and Pepsi? Like, what other fucking sodas were out there?
Let Dace lock in his answer, and then I'll give you choices to see if you miraculously pull off the asterisk victory of the championship. Very asterisk
Like,
victory.
I don't even know what to do there.
All right. Is it A, Coca-Cola, B, Jolt, C,
Oh!
Sprite, or D, Surge?
Sir, I mean, Jolt and Surge.
It's
don't
on
sound
par
right.
with the fucking answer.
What did you originally put?
I put Mountain Dew, and then you said, I just thought maybe there was some fucking twist that it was Mellow Yellow to begin with.
Oh. Yes, the answer is Jolt.
That's
Energy.
bullshit. That is bullshit.
For what it's worth,
I have no idea what Jolt is.
Jolt Cola, right?
yeah.
I would have went. I was going between the two that I didn't recognize.
Yeah,
it
see,
can't
okay,
be-
real
couldn't have
quick.
been Coca-Cola, couldn't have been Pepsi.
I remember Jolt because I remember because it advertised on there like 6 times caffeine, and I think that's what probably ruined my heart forever.
My
But
ancient girlfriend talks about Jolt all the time.
also the fourth option was actually Pepsi, and I knew that if I gave him Coke, Jolt, Sprite, and Pepsi, it was a no-brainer. So that's why I threw Surge in there, trying to throw him off.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I just like the other ones.
'Cause
Surge was the one of the
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I hoped maybe that would throw him off. So Gibby doesn't really win, but like kinda. If we actually had like,
Well, it's tied, right?
yeah, technically, because I said it was worth 6 points.
Technically.
Want to do one more?
I don't care. I'm fucking know what else to do.
At some point, we really need to figure out like winning punt. Like, does the winner get something? Does the loser get punted? Like, gotta start.
I feel like I deserve a trophy for going flawless in the 2000s.
We got to get some sort of consequences for your actions.
Hey, I'm in. I mean, we still have the hot sauce, but that's not a consequence to him.
No. No, I don't know what to do. Well,
He should have to compliment Trish for 5 minutes straight.
no, because that's one, a punishment for her, and two,
Win for me.
Exactly, it's a win for him.
and two, like his sincerity, even if he's got to do it, is just gonna sound terrible.
It's true.
I had to skip a couple that would have been super easy. Like, what does GNR stand for?
Okay.
Anyway, what year did Beverly Hills Cop get released? Make you guys do a year. Incorrect.
I have no idea.
Also not one of the choices. Was it in 1982, 1989? Yes, I realize I don't have to keep saying it, but anyway. 1984 or 1986?
I'll go with 86. I have no idea.
Dace re-rolled to 84, which is the right answer. 84.
No
1984 Beverly Hills Cop.
That's not 1980.
I guess not, no.
I felt like he made that while he was on SNL.
Was he not still
He
on?
was 80 to 84. So
Well,
I guess 84 technically would have been... his exit.
Yeah.
But I thought he was like a superstar as he was doing SNL, and that was the saving grace of SNL. Because they tried it with Robert Downey Jr. as well, and that failed.
It failed.
It's one of my favorite jokes of the 40th anniversary, where Tim Meadows goes, "Hey, Rolling Stone released listed the 100 greatest SNL actors. Do you want to know who number 100 was?" And I think it was like Seinfeld going, No, it's okay. It's Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. is the worst SNL person of all time.
Huh.
And then he went and did Iron Man, so, you know.
Yeah, well, was he on it back when he was on drugs?
He was on it for like a year, and they bumped him, so
when
probably.
When he was on drugs?
Yeah. The 80 to 85 was the not Lorne Michaels years. Which was it was like a grab bag of all kinds of fucking people passed
bags.
Americans.
Let's do SNL trivia, bitch.
I don't know shit about SNL.
To the other side.
Well, that's going to do it for us here on the show tonight.
Woo!
Next week we'll be back, and apparently we're going to have Sony's interactive play presentation to talk about.
I definitely need a Who Cares button for that.
That's fair. We'll update that thing eventually. Gibby, what do you got going on personally that won't be covered in our generic plugs?
I stream every Monday. Lately it's been Minecraft. I'm trying to talk people into doing
Among Us is what
Among
he wants
Us.
to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I keep fucking forgetting.
Just
the
let
name
me
of it.
know before we do it.
That's
Because
what
I usually ask you Wednesday.
That's what I told him too. Like, I'll play.
Monday.
Yeah. So I don't know if we'll do it on Monday or we'll just do it a random day. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I kind of want to try the new map. And kill some people. Cheever's not allowed to play because he's a fucking asshole. Always becomes an imposter.
Yellow Vet. Frank, what do you got going on personally?
Not a whole lot. I'm on Minecraft with Gibby most of the time. And on Minecraft without Gibby a lot too. My life consists of a lot of Minecraft.
There you go.
Minecraft!
I will be streaming Thursday, continuing Resident Evil 8 Village. I have finished 2 out of the 4 bosses. Well, I guess 2 out of the 5 bosses. I assume there's a big boss at the end.
Biggie, man. A biggie.
Yeah, so I'll probably be playing that for the foreseeable future until I finish it. But I will also be taking up a Sunday night stream. I will be doing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
There we go.
Want to play through that again because it's canon, and I need to know all things Star Wars. I also have a personal podcast that drops every Monday called A Dace-tacular Mind. It's cheesy. It's just me for 30 to 40 minutes. I think actually the first 2 episodes are 40 minutes. First one covers me, 2019 to 2021, and then the second one's going to cover me again, because it's about me. And it's going to be my first old-time wrestling run and how that went down. So I'm just really making a video or an audio library of my memories, because I am totally going to get Alzheimer's.
It's a vlog!
Because I would like to look back at this when I'm 60 or 35 and try to figure out what I did.
Yeah.
When he's dead.
Yeah, well, yeah. So whatever comes first, brain loss or, well, they're both of the same.
He's just going to be a head inside a container.
I would love
No
to be
brain.
Richard Nixon and the headless body of Agnew. Anyway, that's going to do it for us on the show. We hope to see you next time. So for the few,
For my chickens.
with Brown,
And that whale.
for the Dace-tacular, remember, basement dwellers, stick to the protocol.
Oh, fuck your protocol.
What's up, basement dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace,
I'm Frank.
and we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter at the BPP Official for all our tweeting needs, or you can go over to Instagram at the BPP Official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook/Basement Protocol Productions. Or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.